intro. I'm Alexa. It's nice to meet you guys. It's the first time that I've actually showed my face on the classes. Normally, I'm kind of hiding behind the screen, teaching and everything. But this class is more about video, getting to know who you are, and also just how to use the Instagram Reels in the first place. So I know I get a lot of questions like, how do I navigate it? How do I push my videos to get more views? What are things I can do? So we're gonna kind of cover those different things today. If you're just logging in, I know I probably sound like a broken record for those that came in early, but if you're just logging in, please use the chat to put your questions in. Please stay muted. I definitely want to get through the whole entire training all the way through without stopping. And then if you have any questions throughout, write them down on a piece of paper or go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I will address those at the very end of the training. About 10-15 minutes afterwards, I'll stay on and answer any questions you guys may have. We're mainly going, and I'm just going to kind of touch a few things I'm going to discuss today, and then obviously it's going to make more sense when we go through it. But just to kind of give you an outline of what we're going to discuss, we're going to talk about audio. We're going to talk about how to save what they call trending sounds and what does that really do for your video. So we'll kind of go over what that looks like. We're going to go over if you like using filters and effects on your video, because sometimes people like to use effects. Maybe, you didn't have time to put on your makeup today, or you're just not looking the greatest and you just want a little glow to yourself. We'll kind of go over where to find filters, where to save filters, where to save audio and such. We're also going to go over green screen. So if you ever need to share something and you want to show maybe what you saved a patient, you can show them on there as well. And then as far as, in navigation, how to navigate through Reels. So I am going to pull my phone off of my little stand here, so you'll probably see my double chin. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we're going to go ahead and go straight into the Reels and go over that process. So give me one moment as I start broadcasting. All right, so let me go over to my Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down. Hopefully, I don't know. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I'm going to put the chat up on the side so I can see it. So if you can just chat in there and let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. I'm going to scoot this over. Okay, so let's kind of start from the beginning. I opened my Instagram. Here's my profile. And at the very bottom of my profile, you'll see that there's this little play button, and that's kind of like the Reels area. So if you click on that, we're going to go over the navigation and then just kind of how you find sound. So I'm going to turn up my volume in a minute, but I didn't want it to be too distracting. Give me 1 second. I need to put my speaker on. Let me see. Hold on. I might need to stop and reshare. Let me put my speaker on here. I don't know if y'all could hear it. I tried it earlier, and of course, now that I'm trying to, hear microphone on. Okay, sorry. I will need you guys to kind of chat real quick and let me know. Can you hear me? I just kind of changed everything, and now I don't even know if you can hear me. Okay, and then I'm trying to screen share in the process, so that's not really helping. Okay, thank you so much. And then if I turn this up, can you hear that? Or not probably yet. Let me... Yeah, I got you. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then it's my screen. Okay, I guess my screen is sharing. It's just weird because it's on this weird angle, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Sorry, guys. I tried this earlier, and of course now when I'm doing it, I'm wondering, okay, start broadcast. Okay, no, my screen was not sharing. Okay, great. Okay, there we go. All right, so going back to where we are, I'm going to turn this volume down here so it's not distracting yet. And so here we have the very bottom is the Reels. And then if you look at the right panel over here, we have a heart, which is when you like a video. Then you have your comments, and then you have this little arrow that's really like a share. And then you have this little icon at the very bottom where it looks yellow on here. That is your sound. So if you click on that bottom, you will see the sound, and this is where you can save audio. So if there's an audio that you like and you're like, oh, I want to use that, you can hit save and use it later on, and I'll show you how to do that. And then as far as ideas, like if you want to get ideas like how other people have used a sound, sometimes I'll scroll through other people that have used the same sound and get ideas of how maybe they've used the sound. Another good thing to pay attention to is you'll see right underneath where it says wait, 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 you see the guy's username, and then you see how many reels have been made with this sound. So that will kind of help you know if it's trending. You see the little arrow going upward. That means that that sound is trending. In other words, is that a lot of people are using this sound. It has a lot of popularity. It's very popular. People are going to most likely see the video. It's probably going to get more views sometimes, depending what kind of content you shared. And so from there, you're going to want to go ahead and save a sound similar to that and maybe use it for a later time. So that's how you would save sounds. And then as far as, so that's pretty much the front end, right? This is, and then here you see there's like a little camera in this right hand corner. I'll do that again. So it says reels on the top left, then on the top right, you have the little camera. I'm going to press that. And now it opens up the reel. This is the area that you're going to make your reels in. And what you're going to do is, I actually have several effects down here, but right above this white button at the bottom center, you'll see these little stars. And these little stars are actually where you can find these different effects. So let's say you want to share a bill of like how much you saved your patient, maybe sending them somewhere, or you want to show them maybe some procedure you did that you were allowed to take an image of. Maybe it's not with the patient's face, but maybe you had to do like a suture on their knee. And so you were able to take a picture and you kind of want to discuss like the process, right? So let's say you need a green screen. Right in this white box at the top where you see a little magnifying glass on the left, you see a bookmark, you see trending, and you see reels. I'm going to hit search and I'm going to type in green screen. There it is. So there's green screen. So you'll see automatically it's going to put this green screen behind me. I'm going to go ahead and bookmark it here in the top left. I press the little bookmark. You'll see it kind of highlight. I wish I could circle stuff, but it doesn't let me. But it's on right down here in this corner where I'm pointing, that little bookmark. So I'm going to click on the picture and it's going to pop up, and it's going to, you see right above again where the green screen is, you're going to hit add media. And let's say, I don't even know what this is a screenshot of. Oh, but anyways, that was someone's email, but, it just got rid of everything. Let me go back real quick. I don't really know. So let's say I want to show this house real quick. So like, let's say I'm talking about the features of this home. I know this isn't real estate, but it's one of the last pictures on my camera roll. And I might be talking about something about this. I can also pinch the screen where my face is and make myself a little bit smaller so you can see, and I can like point to things. And I'll keep my finger kind of close to the screen here so you can like see it. But that's how you would use green screen. That's the point of it. That's where you can upload an image and use that to kind of show stuff. And then as far as just creating period, I definitely have sometimes these filters I may want to use for different reasons. I don't like something like a filter, or I can choose not to have a filter and just go back to where the white button is. Like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and make a list of those questions and we will address them. I did have the chat open over here. So I will review any questions that y'all send over there in a little bit. So like, let's say now you'll see here to the left. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so you'll see here to my left, I guess it's just left on your screen, there's these icons. So what do these icons mean? This one means music. This is a timer of how long the video can be, and we'll click on that in a minute. This is the speed of your video. This allows you to kind of like do a split screen. I really don't like using that, so I'm not going to really get too much into that right now. I don't want to confuse you. This is a timer, which is actually really good if, for example, like you want to set your phone on a tripod and walk away. You can give yourself 3 or 10 seconds to kind of like set your phone down, walk away, and film what you want to film. And then this here is if you want to, I think, add somebody. Let me see. Yeah, that's if I needed to do a dual screen. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put my phone up real quick and I'm going to adjust it. And right here, I'm going to click the music. And this is where you can go and find either new music, new songs. But what I do is, and I'll kind of show you my process in a minute, but what I do is I save a lot of those sounds like I showed you earlier, like the one we just saved, wait, wait, wait. There you'll see all the saved sounds that I have. So sometimes when I'm watching videos, as you can tell, I probably watch way too many reels, but I'll save sounds that I feel like, hey, this would be maybe a good sound that I want to use. Well, let's say I saved this a while ago and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember what that sounds like. There's this little button, this little play button to the right of the song, and you can hit that. Hold on, it's loading. Of course, I'd pick one that's not. Let me try a different one. Come on. I'm going to give it a minute. I don't know if my internet's running slow or why it's not really playing the sound. Give me 1 second. Let me see real quick. So you can always click this and change them, but it should, in theory, let me make sure my sound's working. Let me go back to the, here. Why is it doing that now? It was just working earlier. Hold on, guys. Let me reshare the screen. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Let me reshare the screen and see if that helps at all. Let me try again. Okay. Let me go back to here. I have to close Instagram. There we go. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so let's go back to the music where I was earlier and go back to my saves. I wonder if there's like an issue with when I hit the button now, because normally it works, but I guess for now it's not working, but typically it should. Let me just try and record something in theory with this and see if it ends up working. I have no idea what the sound says, so that doesn't really help me, but I want to just see in theory if it's the clip or if it's my internet. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi, see if that helps. Okay. This is the beauty of technology. It doesn't work when you need it to. Okay, let me try. Okay, so another way to do this, and normally the saved option works, but I guess there must be something happening that it's like messing up the audio for some reason when I hit that. It may okay. Bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. Okay, so anything, don't be shy. So like I might listen to a couple of sounds and be like, oh, I want to use that.
Why would you do that? We spent 40.
So this is what I do sometimes. I just like listen to songs and decide like.
Wait. So you're still doing this, and you're wondering why it's not working out? Wait. So you're still doing.
Okay, so like I'll use this as an example. All right. So let's say I want to use this song right now. Like I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'm inspired and I want to make a reel. This is the one he used. So I'm going to go ahead and if you click at the very bottom, you'll see where it says use audio. So if you look at the bottom of this screen, it says use audio here at the bottom. So I'm going to click that. And then the idea is to say, wait. You're still doing this. Now, of course, I'm lip syncing, but I normally will actually say the words to try and like match what he's saying. And then I will put like this, I'll point, and then later I'm going to add a caption and I'll teach you how to add a caption and to set the duration, which I think a lot of people sometimes struggle with is like, how do you like add several words or how do you get rid of them? So let's say I want to use this here, and I'm going to go ahead. Normally I should be able to hear the audio, but let's see. I'm going to go ahead, and if you see, I'm going to hit the timer here to get myself in position. If you look on the right hand side, it says countdown 3 seconds. You can make that 10 seconds or 3 seconds. You're going to hit set timer. So now that's going to give you time to like back up or walk away, and then it's going to count down. So you see, it gives the countdown, and then it says, wait, you're still doing this and wondering why it's not going to work. And I think it has to be because I'm sharing my screen and it's not downloading. So just quickly, I tried so hard to make this all work before I came. Sorry, guys. And I already saved that sound. I want to see, I wonder if I have anything. I don't have anything in my drafts. Let me stop recording real quick, and you can just see my screen, just see me, but I'm going to try and see if I can make the video and then share the screen one more time. So let me do this without y'all seeing. It's pretty much how I did it, but it's not recording, and I think it's because I'm on this video right now. So let me try real quick and see if I can do this. Hopefully. Yeah, so let me give me 1 second. All right, so I am going to go ahead. It's letting me do it now that I stopped sharing the screen. So let me record it, and then I'll go ahead and we'll do, then I'll show you how to do everything else. All right. Wait. You're still doing this, and you're wondering why it's not happening?
So you're still doing this, and you're wondering why it's not working out?
Okay, so I said it wrong, but you'll get the gist. So I'm going to leave my video on there. I'm going to go back to screen sharing so you can see. Let me go back to start broadcasting. Okay, so you can see the video here.
So you're still doing this?
So you see how you can hear it, but my audio is very off. See, I'm really off, so I'm going to hit edit, and then you can actually cut it here and try and match the words. See, I said happening, but it's okay. I might just cut off on working.
So you're still doing this? Wait. So you're still doing this, and you're wondering why? Wait. So you're still. Wait. So you're still doing this, and you're wondering why it's. Wait.
So let's just I'm not going to post this, but this is for the gist of. But you see how you go in here, and I'll show that clip one more time, how I did that. But here's the video, and when you click on it, you can actually set the duration of it and then hit done. So at the bottom left corner, you'll see edit clip, and then you're going to click on the clip that you want to adjust, and that's where you're going to adjust it to try and match the words as close as possible. And you might need to do it a couple times, or maybe you don't care if it's perfect, but that's how you would do that. So I'm going to go back and hit done. And then I'm going to turn this down because I don't want it to keep like repeating over and over again, because that sometimes drives me crazy. So next I'm going to go ahead and hit the text button here in the top right corner. And you'll see it's going to keep looping, which sometimes I turn down the videos when I'm editing. So this would be like, I'm just going to put like caption. And this idea, I was thinking like, oh, you're still doing this, like, you're still using your, like, I don't want to, like, I would say like you're still using your or you're still, well, I don't know. Let's just, for the purpose, because I could sit here all day trying to come up with ideas. So I'm just going to put caption idea 1, and that's where you would put your actual text. Now you'll notice, and I want you to see this, you see how there is this guard here on the left, like, hey, don't put your text here because it might get cut off, because it depends on the person's cell phone. You'll also see a guard here and vice versa. So sometimes I try to leave a little bit of space around me when I make the videos, or a little space off to the side, so that way they can see me. So I kind of put it right over my finger. Ideally, I would have scooted back a little bit more. And then as far as duration, you're going to click on the very bottom over here where you see the white text now in the bottom left corner. And this is where you're going to actually put where this stops and ends. So I'm going to have it come on right there, and then I'm going to have it come off shortly after I put my finger down. Now there's some tricks sometimes, like if you make the text a little bit shorter, people might keep replaying your video to try and read it, but also you don't want to always make that a trend. But that's how I would go ahead. See how it pops on and it pops off. And then the other reason you want to use trending sound sometimes, because it will kind of get you a little bit more exposure. It'll get you a little more views. Now they don't always all work, but reels will definitely kind of get you in front of more people. But there's different reels you can do too, which is what I tell people. Some people don't like doing trending sounds, or they don't like doing videos. So one thing you could do, and I'll do a different video and show you how, like, let's say I want to do an educational video and just add like a popular sound in the background. So I'll show you how to do that next, but this would be more like where you're using a trending sound, lip syncing, and using captions. And then from here, I'm going to hit next. You can also share your reels to Facebook as well if you want to. Typically, I don't know which one I have it a link to. I would have to check. Okay, it's linked to my DPC social. So you see at the bottom of it, it says share to Facebook on, and it says sharing as my DPC social audience is public. So let me write this note down because I don't want to forget or get off track. But my pencil died. But I do want to talk about making your profile public, because honestly, if you keep it private or it's not like a business account, you're not going to get as much exposure. So I'm not going to go over that exactly today. I'm going to do a mini tutorial this week, like how to change your page and set up everything in your settings and everything. I'll do a mini tutorial this week, but I don't want to go off on that tangent because I want to stay focused on reels. So here, there's a few things I want to teach you as far as setting up everything. So here you're going to write your caption, and I already have like several captions that I've done sometimes. Of course, I don't know, I don't have one on hand, but I normally save them in here, and then I'll just like copy and paste them into my area here. And I like to use like emojis if I'm talking about benefits. I'll put check marks in there. I'll put like, if something's like mind blowing, you're like, oh my gosh, did you know that? Or announcement if something's exciting. So I like to use emojis because they're kind of like capture people's attentions and they're not as boring. But I always try to start with an attention grabber. So I might say, did you know? Or here are 5 top tips, or here are some things you should know about XYZ subject, or kind of getting someone engaged to want to read more. Another thing, which I should go back. So let's say I forgot to put something on this video, which I really like to put read caption below. So I might go ahead and hit my back button, and then I'm going to go back and add text and put read caption. And I'm going to put that towards the end. So I'm going to go ahead and normally I'll put it like towards the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and push this right towards the bottom and let it finish off like that. So now if you see the video and then it says read caption. So the reason I did that, the caption obviously is going to be this area here. Tip, idea, did you know, whatever those ideas are. And then as far as hashtags, you typically want to use hashtags not for the healthcare community, because you're not marketing to healthcare, you're marketing to other individuals that need your service. So that could be small business owners, it could be entrepreneurs, creatives, like people that are literally like a one-man show, like someone that's going to see your post and be like, hey, I didn't know that they offered, this different model. I can't afford insurance right now. This might be great for me. So that's the type of hashtags you want to use. So when you hit the hashtag button and I put small business, when it's typing up, you'll see how many people have used that hashtag. Again, it's going to have more exposure, more people are searching, more people are looking. That has 99.8 million posts associated with it. Small business owner has 19.9 million posts associated with it. Business owners, What I like to do, like I'm from Houston, Texas, I might do Houston creatives because there's a lot of like a huge creative community here in Houston, a lot of designers, artists, and such. So see, Houston creatives has 76.7 thousand. Like that, you might be like, well, that's not in the millions, but that's still a lot of hashtags for that um, hashtag for here in Houston because it's specific. It's specific to Houston. Like Houston Creator has 11.8 thousand. Now, I try to stay away from anything that has only 1,000 or 100. It means it's not getting a lot of exposure. And also, you don't want to use a ton of hashtags. I would say pick 3 to 5 max. Like, I'm not saying there's a right and wrong, but honestly, like sometimes I notice we use like a ton of hashtags, which isn't the end of the world because someone might be searching it. But sometimes I try to pick my top 3 to 5 that I feel really relate to that specific post. So that's hashtags. And then as far as geolocation, geotags, I mean, your location, that's really important. This is where you're going to kind of get more in front of your local community. So like, let's say, obviously when I do mine, I do United States because my clients are all over the United States. But let's say I'm focusing on the Houston market. I'm going to hit Houston, Texas as my geotag. I'm not going to put an address. I'm not going to put a very specific place because you're going to limit yourself. So I'm going to use Houston, which is a general, it's the city in general. So it's going to kind of get in front of more people. That is really important to tag your area where you live, especially if you're trying to get locals. So a lot of people sometimes don't think about it, or they put like their office address and you're limiting yourself. Put your city that you're in, that you're trying to reach out to. Okay, so now let's say I want to. This looks good. I'm happy with my tips. I'm happy with what I posted. I put my tag in. I'm sharing it everywhere. There's also this thing called share to feed. That means it's going to show on your grid, and we'll go over that in the end once they're posted. But let's say I want to add a cover image because I don't like putting them like this. But that's also because I want it to just look very professional. And I think of my grid on my reels like a library. If someone were to visit that grid, what information can I give them? How, like what tips can I give them that will maybe capture their attention? Now, it's not necessary to do it, but you can edit your cover. Let's say you just want to use this. You could just use the one where the caption is. That could be your cover. And then if you hit profile grid, you can actually like move it around and adjust it where you need it to show when it shows on your main Instagram profile. And then this would be your cover for your Reels library. Now, I made, for the purpose of this class, but I have like so many apps open, I made this little art cover. So I normally make my art cover in Canva, which I can use on my cell phone, which is really easy. And I already got this ready for the class. And I like to use the story size because it will be the whole size of the screen. So I'll go ahead and I'll download that image. It's going to save to my camera. And if you haven't seen our video yet that we did a couple weeks ago, how to do branded posts, go back and revisit that playback on our group page. So I'm going to go here, and at the very bottom underneath the very, very bottom of the screen, you see add to camera roll. Or maybe, can you see that? I don't know. I guess it's not letting you see it on Zoom because the participant bar is in there and I don't know how to hide it. But at the very bottom, if you hit that, you hit add to camera roll, and I can add that image. And there is my image now. It says how to make reels. And I'm going to maybe pull this down. So if I wanted this on my page, I could just like zoom in. Now, I normally don't put them on my page because my hair always ends up showing up and I am a perfectionist and it drives me crazy. So normally I don't share it to my grid. I just share it to my library. So I'm going to hit done. I'm going to turn off I'll put allow share to my feed, but I'm just going to hide it later because I do want it to show on people's feed. So I know this is a lot of information. Again, please write your questions down. I will spend 10 to 15 minutes afterwards. Okay, hold on. Sorry. What time is it? 8:03. How did you edit the caption into one timing of the reel? Okay, I'll go over that. Liz, is it still a black screen for you? Hold on. I'm worried. Can y'all see the screen still for the reels? I just want to make sure before I keep talking and y'all can't see what I'm doing. And I just realized it's already been 30 minutes and I'm not done. So if you need to get off, I understand. I will share the playback on this. but I do want to kind of finish kind of going over this topic since we're already on it. But anyways, and I am going to make, for those that participated, if you do have to leave, drop your email in the chat, please. Oh, okay. I wonder if when I'm editing, the audio kind of cuts out a little bit. Okay. And then as far as if you need to leave, go ahead and just drop your email address and I will send you the handout I'm going to make this week as a recap too. But obviously some people learn better by showing. So that's why if you can hang in maybe another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll also be on another 10, 15 minutes. So it'll be a little bit longer today, but if you can hang out, please do. Okay, so far I've shown you how to add the cover, how to save the audio. I do want to show you how to do an educational reel and still use, how long can you make the videos? That's a good question. So let me go ahead and save this as a draft. So let's say I'm not ready to post this just yet. You can either hit share, that will post immediately, but once you share it, you can't edit the video anymore. Or let's say you want to go back and revisit, or you want to batch create, which means you want to create 5-6 videos in one day, and then you want to post them throughout the week, and you can just hit save, and that will save it into the draft. So it says draft saved in the bottom left corner. Okay, so let me do one where it goes through timing. So I am making an education. Oh, oops. What happened here? I put it on my charger. Okay, it says it stopped. Give me 1 second. The whole thing. Okay, sorry. I'm back. When I plugged in my phone, it closed the screen. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing screen. Okay. And again, I'm recording all of this, so it's all on my other computer. Okay, let me go back. All right, so timer. When you hit this timer here, you can go up to 90 seconds. So you do 15, 30, 60, 90. I think it really just depends, because the content you're giving, if it's informational and people actually like it, they're going to stay and watch it. If it's entertaining, quick, like, let's be honest, most people don't have an attention span longer than 7 seconds nowadays. So if it's short, it's good, but you really want to grab them in those first couple of seconds. I typically go up to 60 seconds if I'm going to do an informational video, just to give me a little more time to talk. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me go see. Oh, haha. Thank you, Monica. That was Monica, I think. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Yes. Okay, great. Yes. Apparently I had not unmuted myself when I joined back in. Okay, let me go back to sharing screen. Thank you guys for working through all the little hiccups here. Again, I'm not used to doing tutorials sharing my actual cell phone. Normally it's just the computer screen. Okay, so going back where y'all can hear me, we're good. Okay, so going back here, the little timer, this is how long you can make the videos for: 15 seconds, 3 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. Sorry, that's my dog. When I do educational videos, like I was saying, I like to do about 60 seconds to give me a little bit of space so I don't feel rushed, but I also don't want to make it too much longer than 60 seconds. So when I normally make like a mini tutorial or something, I might try to stay really focused on a topic. So I'll decide, okay, what topic do I want to talk about? And I'm only going to talk about that topic. So then from there, again, y'all saw the timer. I'm going to set my timer. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and I might pick a sound that I've saved in the past, but I don't want to go that route again because it messed up before. So I'm going to probably add the song at the end. So I'm just going to press play, keep talking to you guys like I'm already doing. It's actually letting me record strangely this time without any audio. So that's pretty interesting. So, I'm just talking, I'm sharing information to my audience. I'm, what can I share with them that will actually like resonate, right? And it's good sometimes to even use examples, things that are relatable that will make people feel drawn in. Okay, so now I made my video. So I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to go hit next. And I'm going to now hit, the caption. So let me take my phone off of the holder. So here I might just say education, did you know XYZ? And then I'm going to set the timer for this by hitting the bottom left text. And I'm going to go through like, okay, it's going to pop up and there it is. And now I'm going to hit done and I'm going to add another piece of text. So now this is going to be, I'm going to giving a point. So point one. And then this is just examples of how you can edit these. So I'm going to do a shorter one here. So now you'll see point one, and I can drag this through and you'll see point XYZ, and then in a minute, point one is going to pop up. And that's how you'll time those, is by, and it takes a little bit of time. So this type of editing is going to take more time. So that's done. I'm not going to go too far. And then I want to add music. So I'm going to go back. So you see where the little music sign is at the very top. I'm going to hit the music sign. I'm going to hit music, and I'm going to look for a song that, I don't know how much it's going to let me look for a song, but sometimes I'll just try to put instrumental, like something, and of course, I don't think I'm going to be here. So let's just say this is the instrumental song I picked. This isn't a trendy song or anything, but you can look for one when you save it. So the other cool thing about this is you can turn down this one and your camera audio will play, which I don't know why it's not playing right now. Done. But normally, because again, mind you, there's some technical errors because I am sharing my screen and there's some things that aren't working, like my voice is not showing here. But in a real world, you'll leave your camera audio up when you're talking and you're going to turn down the music audio on the right. So that way you can have that trending sound. And let's say you don't even care about that song, but you know it's like super trendy and you just want to get your video seen. You could turn that trending sound to 0, but have your camera audio on. But because it's linked to the trending sound, so you'll see like family or whatever, it's linked to that trending sound, it will still push your video. So that's another trick to use those trending sounds in your favor without having to actually play the song. I try not to put too many things. I don't like using like tags or anything like a story. Like I like to keep these as clean as possible because you're trying to keep it easy on the eyes and still attract the people that you're speaking to. Let's see. Can you send it to YouTube? Actually, yes. So there, right here, the only issue is download your video before you put audio on it, because Instagram will delete your video. Not your video. Instagram will delete the sound on your video if you download it. So let me show you, for example. Let's say I have the audio on and I want to save it. Well, I guess it'll let me save it, but sometimes it will not let you download it with the audio. So to be safe, I would just delete this audio, trash, and then I would just go ahead and download my video without any audio. I do like music, but typically, and I'll share it on like, Facebook or TikTok and reshare it. But on YouTube, it gets a little trickier with their licensing, and not just that, but like I said, Instagram sometimes doesn't let you download it with the sound. So yes, you could upload it to YouTube, and eventually I'm going to do different tutorials for different platforms, and how you can like cross share all of these videos, because I did that a lot on some of my other, I have a podcast, side note, where I did a lot of videos and I would cross share those on TikTok and YouTube shorts, because these are short videos. So you would put these on the short side and not on the main like YouTube where it's the horizontal videos. But again, that's a different story for a different day. Okay, so this is done. I've added audio, I've added my text, and then I'm going to hit next, and then I'm going to edit my cover. I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm just kind of recapping from last time. I'm going to hit my cover image. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to, again, write your caption in, tag your city where you are, and not your suburb. There's a lot of suburbs in Houston, but I normally just tag Houston in general. And then if I wanted to post this, then you would just hit post, or if I want to save it for later, I'm going to save it in my drafts. As far as sorry, those are people that tagged me. So like here, you'll see there's this draft area that's in gray on the left. So this is where my drafts live. So anytime I want to pull from there, videos are already made, but I wasn't ready to post them yet, I'm going to go into my drafts, and there are the videos that I can pick from. And you see how easy it is to see, like, okay, Watch Me Reel was a one I did that got 5,800 views. And you can see in the bottom left corner, 5 ways to improve your marketing strategy, $4.99. Say bye to Reels, 1,700 views. This one got up here, one of my last one, Healthcare You Deserve. That's 3,000, about 3,000 views. And this was a trending sound that I used. And it was just like, what is something you would get a lot of hate for if you said out loud? And I said that you don't need insurance to get great care. And this was an example of one of my captions. So you can always go and look at my Instagram and get ideas. You're allowed to reuse these ideas. This was one like same day, and I used the dinging sound. And you see that's how I use the captions. And then here at the end, you'll see it says read captions below. And it goes kind of quick. So if you want to see, and I erase them on purpose so people have to rewatch it to read it. And then here I put the benefits, low monthly payments, and you'll see how I use those check marks. I also try to do a call to action, like click on the link in my bio to learn more to enroll today. So make sure your website is in your bio. And again, I'm going to go over like a mini tutorial this week, how to set up your profile. I did do an SEO profile recently. I just want to make sure I went over everything. So that's a little annoying. So we went over audio, navigation, filters and effects. We went over sound. We went over how to save things that we liked. We went over how to use favorited sounds. We went over the green screen and how to edit text. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to show you for now. Like I said, I always, every week I try to do a new topic, and I also try to do mini tutorials throughout the week that I post. So just keep an eye out. But as far as everything goes, this is pretty much how you would make videos and reels. And I am going to make a free handout as a recap, like what the icons are, how to use them, what to do. So again, drop your email address in the chat and I will email those to you. Only the people that actually were in here would use it. Okay, someone's asking me, let me stop sharing my screen here so I can go back and finish up here and answer questions. Cancel. Hopefully, I think I'm still here. Okay. Okay. I'm not sharing my screen anymore, am I? I keep muting myself. Every time I hang my phone up, I guess it hits the buttons on my phone. Okay. So if y'all want to chat, I'm going to read these questions that we have here, and then, how do I turn this? I don't even know. Okay, great. Yeah, so drop your emails in there. I think if I stay logged in, I can save all of them. So I'll just make sure I save them all at the end. Okay, so let me go through these questions. I did answer a couple while I was going through it. How did you edit the caption one into the timing of the reels? Yes, so I showed you guys how to do the timing. And of course, you can always play back and see how I even edited myself on the lip syncing to kind of match up to the words. And then I have the YouTube, we talked about that. Do I use special lighting? I actually do have a beauty light. I can turn my camera around and show you what I use. I'm just in my, or can I can do that, right? So this is like a little beauty light. It's a little blurred because of the filter thing I have on here. So we'll just have to deal with the blurriness. Can we? Maybe not. Okay, none. Okay, there we go. So this is my debit card. This is my light. It has a little thing here. That's why I like when I press the buttons in, it messes it up. And then I actually have my computer over here to my right so I can record this. I was earlier by the sun, so I have this really nice like lighting over here. But most of the time I just use this light. That's really what I use most of the time. I do have more lighting when I'm like, I have another one that stands up. This is my tabletop one, which is great because it's easy to carry around. You can take it to your office if you don't have anywhere with windows that are good lighting, or it's a gloomy day. This thing's literally like $25 or $20 on Amazon. So you can buy one of those. And I do have, again, in the group, I have lighting I've used and setups I use. And you can even use just natural light in the daytime it will give you a really good look. I'm trying to turn this around. Hold on. So that's your question on lighting. And then let me see what other questions. Okay. Y'all can unmute yourself if you like. Just don't talk over each other, please. But let me start with whoever's left, and I'm just going to call on you one at a time and answer your questions, unless you absolutely need to go and you're like, hey, I need to leave. So let me go ahead and start with Wendy. Wendy, do you have any questions or anything? And if you don't, you can just say no, and I'll just move on to the next person on the line.
No, we're good. It's Wendy and Michael, but yeah, you're
Okay,
answering
cool.
them as you're going along, so it's great. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, Monica, do you have any questions?
Hi there. Yes, are we going to be able to see the video again?
Yeah, so I did record the video on my, so I've recorded the 51 minutes. So I've been recording it on my Loom, where I've been sharing the playback. So you can go back and watch it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Susan, any questions, Susan? Going once, going twice. Okay. How about you, Jess? Any questions? No? Yes?
No, not right now.
Okay,
Thanks.
great. Kathy, any questions?
I had tried to figure out how to save that audio, and I was not seeing on there where it said to save audio like it did on your screen.
Okay, so sometimes some audios get blocked by Instagram, and that has happened where you cannot save a particular audio. So I don't know if that happened in your case, but normally if it's able to be reused, you can normally hit save. And even if you see like a lot of other videos underneath, it could be that they used it and jumped on the trend before Instagram removed it for licensing issues.
Okay, that probably was what it was then.
Okay,
thanks.
No problem. There's another Susan. Damon, do you have any questions? Then I have Dr. Giovanni. Did I say that right? I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you did. And I apologize. I got on pretty late, so you
That's
may
okay.
have already gone over this. I have trouble, or I would like to, and I'll look at the video over again in case you have. I like it when I'm able to put in as you're talking, the words.
The captions. No, actually, I forgot to go over that. That's actually really a good one. Let me go ahead and share screen that because I can't really tell you without showing you. So I'm going to go back to share my screen real quick. I knew I was forgetting something. I try to write everything down, but you know how it is. There's always something you miss. Okay. Oh, that's my Canva. Where's my Instagram? Oh, I must have closed it already. There it is. Okay. So let me go back to one of the drafts that I was on earlier. And I'm going to go back to this one that I was supposed to be talking. And so let's say I go back and there's an edit button in the top right corner. I'm going to hit edit, and then I'm going to hit the stickers, and there's the captions. Now the captions aren't going to pull up because unfortunately, remember, my sound did not capture on this one, but that's how you would put on, and I'll show you. I think this is my actual phone. Oh, no, cancel. I'm going to go back and save. So make sure you go back and save the draft again, because if you end up hitting cancel and deleting stuff, you're going to lose it. This is completely different, but I'm just going to show you. This is one of my pages where I do a lot of prayers. And so on here, you'll see these are how the captions will generate. So like when I'm talking, they'll generate on the screen, and you can actually shrink them by pinching it and making it smaller. And such. So that's one of my other social media pages that I have, but that's how the captions would appear. Also, since I'm seeing this right now, there's this new feature that Instagram offers where you can actually like pin posts. So like if there's a post that like you feel is really important, you see how it says remove from profile grid. That means I can remove it from this part of my like portfolio, so to speak, the main page, and I can unpin it from my profile. And so I actually just removed benefits of having direct access. So I think I just removed it from my profile there, but it's still, I keep opening that. Sorry, that's the tag. So, but it still shows here in my main area. But like, let's say I wanted to pin,
Something you'll get a lot of hate.
if I wanted to pin, let's say this one here, I would hold it down and then you're going to hit pin to profile. And now it's going to be pinned here at the top. So if there's any topic that you feel like is really beneficial, that you think is a hot topic that is going to really speak to your audience, then go ahead and pin those to the top of your page. And let's say eventually you want to replace it with another one, you can always just unpin it and then it'll just remove it from there and put it back where it originally was. So hopefully that is like 2 extra things that you didn't know, but now you know. Any other questions? I think that's it. I think that's everyone that's on here. Yeah, I think most people left now. Can we use, okay, hold on. There's a question here I missed by Monica. Can we only use the audio that are on Instagram? How can we look for specific audios depending on what we want to communicate with the audience? That's a good question. So again, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen so I can actually show you what you're asking. Let's go. Okay, so let's say I want to make a reel. I'm going to go make my reel, start new video. And let's say I want to find, I don't know, I can't even think what a song would be. I'm just going to look Apple Pay because that was the one that is kind of trending right now. So I'm going to put Apple Pay. It's not coming up. So sometimes you can find songs if they're popular songs, but honestly, I feel like TikTok, it's easier to find songs than it is on Instagram. Sometimes I can't always find certain songs. Now you could make a video and like upload another song. I haven't really tried uploading it directly into Instagram. Normally what I've had to do is like, I'll make it in a separate app. Like if I'm doing a real estate video and I pick a song from the app and then I upload it, I'll call it an original sound. Or when you're speaking and you're not using a trending audio at all, then that would be an original sound. Now, if you're using a song that isn't licensed, it could be that eventually Instagram might remove the song for licensing issues, and then it's going to remove your audio altogether or your video. So what I've done typically is I try to use what's already uploaded. It doesn't guarantee that this audio won't be removed at some point, but you could also just take the risk and upload it if you want. Just know that you run the risk of it possibly being removed or taken down. As far as it being your own voice, that's great. But again, some of the tricks is to use a trending sound, turn that volume all the way down to 0 if you want. So it's just your voice if you're doing an educational video, and yet you're still like capitalizing on that trending sound to kind of get more exposure. So it's more just like a tactic that you can do. So hopefully that answers your question, Monica, about the sounds and stuff like that. Okay, go back to Zoom. All right, so I don't think we have any other questions. This was recorded. I will repost it. And then I'm going to work on that handout this week. So just give me a couple of days because I do have quite a bit on my plate, but I do want to get that done. I already did the screenshots the other day. I just have to like compile it and put it all together. So I'm halfway there. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you for staying a whole hour. I know it was much longer than anticipated, but I definitely wanted to teach because this is a question I get often. And thank you guys for, again, being here. So I'm going to let y'all go for the night. And I typically put the playback on within an hour or so after the class once it kind of uploads to my system. And then I will get that on there. So thank you guys. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining. And then I will see you guys next week. Bye.